Yo, what's good, my nephews and nieces? It's your favorite old head, Uncle Jimmy, and today I got some crazy news for you. But before we get into the video, man, just real quick, just want to address some things like I've been doing beforehand. I just want to go ahead and say something real short and sweet, okay? It's like, how soon have we forgotten, right, of how 2K23 release, right? It was by far, in my opinion, for as long as I've been, in the community, the best release rollout I've ever seen in my life, man. Like, it was crazy. Like, every single creator was tweeting like, yo, Mike, man, don't change nothing. This game is great, da-da-da-da-da. Like, there were so many different perspectives of the game, and it was going so smoothly, right? Then I dropped a bombshell, right? A bombshell, like, 2 weeks later, right? The game was out for 2 weeks. People think it was going great. And then 2 weeks later, I found like replica builds. And then literally, I think for the first time ever, the Parks, the Rec, Pro-Am, my team, everybody and they mama. I mean, there was people that didn't even play the game that bought the game, right? Just so they can find replica builds. People were literally going insane, right? Going insane. Like, it was literally for 48 hours, it was just silence in the park. People were just quickly dropping YouTube videos, TikToks, or dropping it on Twitter. My DMs was flooded. I remember me and Joe Knows, we was on the phone talking for like an hour, trying to find different stuff when our subscribers were sending us stuff. And I remember when Joe was like, yo, oh my God, they found Kobe Bryant, right? It was just like insanity, right? The game was going so good, right? Then all of a sudden, man, these individuals, bro, they found a way to break the builder, man. Like, I think that was the first blow, okay? The first blow was they found the way to break the builder, and then these 6'9", 6'1" demigods started going crazy, but really the 6'1s were more so for like Rec, Pro-Am type stuff. Really the 6'9s were going crazy in the park. Everybody could do everything. And that's when, to me, it started to be like, all right, bet, okay, so now everybody that made their original builds, they had like 90-something speed, and and then they had like the 90-something speed with ball, right? Like, that was changed. People lower their pass accuracy. It was just so much stuff. Strength was just dropped all the way back down again. No one cared about bully because when it comes to the park, bully just wasn't feasible, right? You wasn't able to have enough points to be able to get it, right? It was just so much that we started finding out. Now, again, that is understood in the game, right? You give people time, they're gonna find exploits, okay? So, yeah, we understand that part, okay? Then I think the next hit, in my opinion, was when my man's hit Legend, and the Legend Award just didn't pop like, for the community. So then the community was like, oh, heck no, I'm not even gonna grind for Legend now because there's no need to, because I don't wanna get the car, they felt like the patterns wasn't enough. Me personally, I knew I was going to hit it because I needed 100,000 points. And that's another thing that we can talk about. But the 100,000 points also kind of deterred a lot of people, including myself, because I'm a lockdown, right? I'm a lockdown, and I just know I don't score that much, right? As a lockdown, you don't score. Your job is to get stops. So to me, that kind of hurt a lot of people also, because a lot of people just knew they weren't going to hit it. That hit Legend before. As you see in the gameplay right now, I'm a Legend, right? And but when you relegate it to 100,000 points, or made it to where you had to be offensive heavy, it kind of changed a lot and kind of put front and center on the guards or a creator that is in the 1v1 playing with a center or something like that nature. So that kind of hurt. So I feel like the builder, the Legend, that really kind of put strikes in there. Now let me know in the comment section what you think. Like, do you think that really kind of started to put 2K in a situation where it was like, man, it became kind of rinse and repeat, everything was kind of the same and still? Let me know what you think about that. Of course, I know we can go tick for tack and pick other things, but I felt like those two big ones were huge. The builder and people running around with 6'9s being broken builds, and then it was the Legend Award coming out, and it didn't hit like most Legend grinders would have thought. Now, you can mix in other stuff. You know what I mean? You can mix in other things, right? You can be tick for tack. Remember, defense was really good in the beginning. Steals was nerfed, right? That's very controversial right there. It was nerfed. And again, I felt like that kind of, then it was a rabbit hole. We went down that rabbit hole, and it was like, once you change one thing, it kind of was a trickle-down effect. Maybe we should have had more time, give people more time to be able to figure it out. Because imagine if the steals were still the same and then the 6'9s were still in the court. Maybe it wasn't as big as rim running, right? You know, I don't know. I'm just kind of throwing things out there, but that's what I want to put out there. I just want people to understand, like, if you can go back, go look at your favorite creators' tweets when 2K23 came out. Look at my tweets, look at 2K23 tweets of creators, and you will see everybody universally felt the game was amazing. Okay, so that's just something to keep in mind. And I am going to go on a limb and say that 2K24 is going to have even a bigger impact, okay? But now anyway, let's just change gears. Let's talk about what we have rolling out, and we know the first thing that's gonna be coming out is gonna be Pro Play coming out this week. So I will be dropping a video once that release. Obviously, I did play the game, so I cannot speak on Pro Play now. Beforehand, my other video, I wasn't able to know much about Pro Play, but now that I know about it, there's no way I can speak on it. But I can tell you, I really feel like you're gonna really thoroughly enjoy this new setup and system of Pro Play. And then, of course, the following week of the 21st, we will get the Mamba moments. And again, I don't know much about the Mamba moments, but I spoke on this already before in the previous video. Let's not expect it to be rinse and repeat from MJ to Kobe. It's expected to be a different type of system setup where, to me, I think it'll be more, you will be more incentivized to actually utilize it, right? And that, to me, I think that will be the way I want to go ahead and put that out there. It'll give you more reason to incentivize it. So if you are a My Career player, Park player, I think that you probably will want to go ahead and utilize that, okay? And then, of course, the 28, which, of course, this is the big one for everybody because that's My Career, the city, and My Team. I'm not a My Team guy, but I really love playing My Team after I kind of finish my cycle of the park. You know, really a lot of park players, you know, when it gets to, like, you know, the end of the game, we kind of go to the My Team side of things. But to be able to see the city, I know there's been a lot of leaks and stuff and saying that it'd be more of like an ocean beachfront type of deal. That might be the case. Who knows? And then, of course, you know, the My Career is going to be the big one where I can finally, to me, I think once that stuff comes out, it's going to be like, hey, I told you. See, I told y'all this was going to be insane. I told y'all. There's going to be a lot of I told y'all. So just be expecting that. I'm going to be telling y'all, I told y'all for, you know, all 2K24. Like, yo, a lot of people was like, oh, Demi, man, you just saying this because you're getting paid or you did it. Okay, first of all, if I tweet something and it doesn't say hashtag ad or hashtag something like that, obviously I wasn't getting paid for that, so keep that in mind. Like, you know, business is business. I can speak my mind. I can speak on what I think is dope and good, but at the same time, I'm going to be saying that all year. I told y'all, okay? And then, of course, you know, September 4th, we'll be showing the Season 1. And again, we'll be giving information to Season 1, which I'm pretty sure will just be like the rollouts it is for every season. Like, you know, you get like a preset. You know, 2K probably do like a reel showing the new rewards and da-da-da-da-da and that type of stuff. Well, maybe level 40 or do like a press release or something like that. So, anywho, that's my spill for the day, man. Let me know in the comment section what you think changed the direction of 2K23. Keep in mind, 2K23 was still the most played game outside of 2K20. And again, 2K20 kind of sits in its own little circle or own little box, or maybe put an asterisk beside it because that was during the pandemic and everybody and their mama was playing the game. But outside of that, right, 2K23 is the most played game of all time, and there were still a lot of complaints. So if you fix the 2K23 complaints, you roll in some new enhancements and new features in 2K24, in my opinion, you got the best game ever coming out. Okay, so we'll leave it like that. But if you want to see more news and stuff like this, man, please check out these videos I have right here. These videos are actually pretty dope. But other than that, it's your favorite old head, Uncle Jimmy. I'll be back really, really soon with another banger, man. You know, when I say back to another banger, you know exactly what day I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.